Today, the Trump administration announced an end to applications for the Obama administration's 2012 program protecting 800,000 people brought into the country illegally as children from deportations. But President Trump appeared to signal
No, wait, say he was actually for it during the campaign. He brought Dreamers in. You have changed my mind. You have warmed the cockles of my heart, I think he said in Trump Tower. Now I get it.
Well, he appeared to signal a change in his position last night. After a day of shifting responsibility for ending the program to others. He began the day by tweeting, "Congress, get ready to do your job, DACA."
DACA.
Then he sent Attorney General Jeff Sessions out to make the announcement.
The nation must set and enforce a limit on how many immigrants we admit each year, and that means all cannot be accepted. This does not mean they are bad people or that our nation disrespects or demeans them in any way. It means we are properly enforcing our laws as Congress has passed them.
Why did the president not come out and make this announcement himself today? Why did he leave it to his attorney general?
It's in large part a big part of the legal process. This was deemed illegal by, I think, just about every legal expert that you can find in the country, including many of Obama's own attorneys, said that this was not lawful program.
Right.
And therefore, it would be the Department of Justice to make a legal recommendation, and that's what they did.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer hypothesized that sending Sessions out to make the announcement instead of doing it himself showed that Trump is ashamed of his decision.
Well, I don't think that's fair. I don't think he really understood his decision, and I'm not being facetious. There are people inside the White House that were saying that he really didn't understand the impact of his decision and that they expected, Mark Halperin, over time that as things moved forward, his position would soften and change. Little did they know. It happened in a matter of hours.
Yeah.
And it kept changing over and over again. By the, it's like, I love, by the end of the night, I mean, he put on Barry White and was just like, doing press conferences about Dreamers. I mean, it was just a love story. Dreamers, a love story. And he was saying if Congress won't do it, golly darn, then I'm going to have to revisit this myself.
Good reporting on the Barry White stuff.
Listen, very few people have it right now. Maggie Haberman's chasing Barry White, but she had Carl Carlton. No, it's Barry White.
Good to tell.
Yeah.
Immigration's a tough emotional issue, and this president's learned how difficult it is. I think the notion that Congress is somehow going to grapple with this because the president feels Congress should grapple with it is silly. And I predict that he will have to revisit it.
But I mean, let's talk about what's going on here. You have a president that does something extraordinarily unpopular. It goes throughout the day. He finds out that even 75% of his own people, according to a Politico poll, are against it.
Right.
Probably, and this is hard to say because he's done so many unpopular things over the past 7-8 months. This is easily the least popular thing Donald Trump has done. Do you think he really didn't understand that until he got the feedback, and that's why he did a 180 about 5 times? It's
a great example of how the loudest voices on the national town square on the right and on the left can drown out and create a distortion for politicians. This is a policy that, again, is complicated. It's become partisan, but I think he'll have to revisit it. And I don't think any of the people who were given this status under President Obama, I don't think any of them will be deported.
But, and, another thing I didn't understand, Willie, is, again, how botched, once again, the communication rollout was.
Yep.
If I wanted to do this, I would start my press conference by saying, Barack Obama said in 2012, this is not really the job of the president to do. This is a temporary fix, and it can only be temporary. Congress has to step up and make this the law of the land. Jonathan Karl was pointing that out yesterday afternoon. Barack Obama said that in 2012. Donald Trump could have just led with that yesterday. But I guess he wanted to be attacked by the left because it helped him with his base.
You really think he's thinking that much?
Yeah, of course.
That seems like it would hurt.
He wants to be seen as, as the enemy to fake media, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, there are a couple big problems with what happened yesterday. Number one is he sent out the Attorney General of the United States to say that it was illegal, that DACA was illegal, that we have to be a nation of laws. This is a law and order issue that Donald Trump has said himself. If it's illegal, why are you then suggesting that you could come back and fix it yourself in a way that you said was illegal, using executive authority?
As Rich Lowry said last night after that bizarre tweet came out, well, you just undercut all leverage for yourself.
Right. And then that to me is the second part of it, which is the great art of the deal maker came out after going out and saying, and being celebrated by his supporters, we're getting rid of this thing. Okay, DACA's no good, and the cheering crowds go up. And then he watched a day of coverage. You can see the evolution. We'll play the soundbite where he says, I've got a lot of heart for these folks. I got a lot of love for these dreamers. To come out and write a tweet at the end of the night goes, well, actually, I'm going to revisit this issue because it may not turn out the way you like.
It was unbelievable. It's like, this is all I am giving you. Take it or leave it.
Yes.
Wait a second. I am going to give you a little bit more here. I mean, Mike, he panicked. We saw the President of the United States.
I think he was watching too much television.
In the middle of the day. Well, in seeing polls, name the last thing that 75% of Trump supporters oppose that Donald Trump did. They oppose this action. They oppose the deportation of dreamers. I see, this is what happens. And we've tried to explain it politely on the air to the president, but when you listen to people like Steve Bannon, and you listen to people, the screamers on the far right, far extreme alt-right, they're not even conservatives, and they make all this noise, you actually start thinking, wow, that's where America is. No, this is why you have a 33, 34, 35% approval rating.
Well, first of all, I mean, how is it that this big tough guy, Donald Trump, who continually tells us how tough he is, allows his Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, to tell him publicly that he will not defend DACA in court in Texas, that he will not use the Justice Department to defend DACA in court against Jim Paxton, the Texas Attorney General, who's under felony indictment, by the way, for securities fraud. Then secondly, to your point, Joe, he doesn't understand clearly, apparently, his own strength with that fraction of his base that might be inclined to yell and scream and be upset about DACA. He could have convinced them,
of course,
had he come out himself yesterday on stage instead of Jeff Sessions. And by the way, maybe then he could have explained about his great fealty to the rule of law.
And by the way, this deal maker that just blurts everything out, like, you could have quietly gone behind closed doors, and you could actually have negotiated.
Yeah.
And there are so many moving parts right now as Congress moves towards wanting to recess. They've got to finish the budget. They've got to figure out how to take care of the debt ceiling. They've got to figure so many things out, Mika. This would be such an easy deal to make. And you could say, listen, I'm going to put this on you guys. If you guys don't come up with a responsible plan, we can get partial funding for the wall, so I win. You guys can take care of DACA, so we all win. We can increase spending on military. I mean, you can pile it all together.
It points to a bigger problem.
Well, the bigger problem it points to is
I don't think he can finish a thought.
He's a day trader. And he's always been a day trader.
That would be good news.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.